And greetings everyone and welcome back. So with the 1.1.2 patch, many new files were added to the database, including full descriptions of missions and much more. Some old mission names and descriptions were also changed. So in this video I'm going to be covering all of the changes for those who want a sneak peek at some of the content that's going to be coming with the House of Wolves. Credit goes to Reddit user Shadow Film for putting together this summary of all the updated files. If you want to read the post for yourself, there will be a link in the description box below. So let's start off with social spaces. As we know, in the House of Wolves, we'll be getting a new social space set in the Reef, but now it has an official name, the Queen's Bay. The description reads, Gateway to the Reef, home of the Queen and her Awoken. Entry point for Guardians looking to collect Reef bounties, forge new allegiances, and test themselves in the Prison of Elders and Trials of Osiris. Now what you may not know is that there is also going to be a third social space set on Mercury, called the Halls of Amentet, and this will be coming with the Trials of Osiris. The description reads, only true champions, tested in the Trials of Osiris, dare set foot in these fabled halls. So it sounds like this will be the place to go to get all your Trials of Osiris gear. As you may have noticed, it also mentioned the Queen's Bay as the place to go for the Trials of Osiris. So maybe this means that you first have to go to the Reef to gain access to the Trials of Osiris. Then once you've proved yourself, you'll gain access to the Halls of Amentet. But that's just some speculation on my part. Next up, strikes. The newly uncovered strike is called the Shadow Thief. The description reads, Tannic Sin, the Fallen's most notorious mercenary, is leading a strike force on the moon. Board his catch and kill him, or he will continue to cut a trail of death across the system. So it seems the House of Wolves will be coming with two strikes, the other being the Belly of the Beast, which we've known about for a while now, although some speculate that the Belly of the Beast strike could be a PlayStation exclusive, but we'll just have to wait and find out. Moving on, we have story missions. The first mission is a joining of houses, scour the Cosmodrome, find and assassinate the Wolves Baron and any of his co-conspirators. The next mission is an army of wolves. Track the House of Wolves through the caldera on Venus. Kill the wolf pack before their kill, Skurlus, can rally the fallen House of Winter to his cause. And the third mission, the World Ravager. Skurlus has his eyes set on the Vex Citadel on Venus. Capture him before he can plunder the secrets of space and time. Next we have quests. The first quest is Dark Raider. A high priest of the House of Wolves has been sent to the Hellmouth. Track him and his crew. Stop them from stealing the Hive's darkest secrets. The second quest is Duel of the Silent Fang. Locate and eliminate Skurlus' elite assassins, the Silent Fang. And the third quest, Wolves Gambit. A pack of fallen wolves is picking a fight with the Vex on Venus. Head along the Shattered Coast and track down the wolves to uncover Skurlus' plan. Now we already know about the Prison of Elders, but here is the official description. This combat arena pits brave Guardian fire teams against the solar system's deadliest enemies. Not all who enter survive, but those who do earn glory, and the greatest treasures of the Reef. So it seems the Prison of Elders won't only contain Fallen, will also be facing enemies from other races, the Hive, the Cabal, and the Vex, which would explain this image in which a servitor appears to be surrounded by Hive gunk. Perhaps this could be a Hive-infected servitor? That'd be cool. Next on the list we have PvP maps. Let's take a look. The Timebreaker, which is set in the Meridian Bay on Mars. Thieves' Den, which is set in the Ishtar Sink on Venus. Widow's Court, which is set in the European Dead Zone on Earth. And Black Shield, which is set on Firebase Thuria on Phobos. For those who don't know, Phobos is one of Mars's moons. Now listed under PvP maps was also a mystery file called Test Factory. The description was, do not play, test only. So I have no idea what this could be. Maybe it's a hidden map that Bungie plan to reveal later, or maybe it just has no meaning at all and is just a random file that's in there. Now finally we have ships and schematics. There were roughly 46 ship schematics added with the patch, one of them being for an exotic ship called Manus Cella Day. Now this has been in the database for a while, but now it actually has its own schematic. Now this particular ship has me very excited, and not because it's an exotic ship. True Bungie fans will understand the meaning behind this ship's name and description, but for those who don't know, the text is Latin. The name translates to the Swift Hand of God, which is a reference to one of Bungie's older games. It was the name of a dreadnought ship in their game called Marathon, and the description translates to "Don't make us kick your ass," and that is Bungie's motto. Amongst the 46 ship schematics, here are some notable ones. Glass Minuet. Now this one's interesting because the Glass Minuet is actually the ship you get for beating the Vault of Glass. No End Theory, Permission to Stomp, The World Breaker, Silent Verdict, and Omit the Legend. There was also a file added for Tuned Drive, upgrades and equip Sparrow to improve overall speed and durability. Now from the looks of it, it seems this is different from the drives you can buy from Zure. Whether this can be applied to any Sparrow is unknown. There were also a couple of unknown and incomplete files. One file was just called The House of Wolves. Join Petrovenge and her allies in the Reef, hunt the fallen House of Wolves and their notorious Kel, Skolus the Betrayer. Your reward? Glory, and treasures beyond imagination. Now this one's interesting because it doesn't seem to be linked to anything, and it doesn't sound like anything we know of so far. One possibility is that this could be the description for the raid that'll be coming later this year. Perhaps it's in the raid where we'll finally get to face the House of Wolves Kel, Skolus. If this is the case, then maybe Bungie plan to release the raid later this year, sort of like an extension. Honestly, I would be okay with this, just as long as the arena is as satisfying as a raid, plus it would give Bungie more time to polish it. Lastly, there were also some broken data about two files, one of them being destination_faction_Rasputin0 and the other destination_crypto. Perhaps these are hinting towards two new locations that are going to be opened up with the House of Wolves, or maybe the first one is hinting towards the faction, maybe the Seven Seraphs. We have no idea. I'm not going to get too far into it just because I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, and there's not much to go over here. I just wanted to point out the files because they seemed interesting. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest House of Wolves news, and thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon, Guardians.